If you're an aspiring insurance agent or a brand new insurance agent, you must understand this one thing. You are nothing, and I mean nothing, without a system to sell your insurance products to. You see, here's the thing. A lot of the emphasis in this business is placed on the type of products you're selling. And while that's important, there needs to be more emphasis put on the activity and prospecting strategy, because without it, it doesn't matter how good your mousetrap is. If you ain't got nobody to talk to, you are dead in the water and out of the business. So what we're going to talk about today are my 5 favorite ways to find insurance prospects. You're going to learn about free strategies. You're going to learn about paid strategies. But most important of all, you're not going to have an excuse to have a system to put into place to find you people to sell your insurance product to. Number 1, pay for leads. So this is a strategy that has become very commonplace in middle market product strategies like final expense, Medicare, and mortgage protection. The idea is simple. Either using a digital social media platform or even good old-fashioned direct mail, you solicit for people to raise their hands, respond to an ad, and then you get back that reply to then go out and sell them a policy, either over the phone, virtually on a remote basis, or the old-fashioned way, in person. The benefit to a paid strategy, bottom line, is it's scalable, and if you're talking to agencies who support this strategy and prove it to work, is likely duplicatable. My advice isn't to come up with your own marketing, but instead look in your industry and see what has been proven to work, and then simply duplicate it. The downside to paid leads is that it costs money, and you may not have any. If that's the case, keep listening, because we're going to talk about other lead strategies that cost nothing to do, but are very good at generating high-intent leads that'll help you make money to then possibly reinvest back into a paid marketing program. Number 2, speaking opportunities. This was one of my personal favorites as a final expense agent. What I would do is go into facilities like senior living facilities, talk to activity directors about giving an educational seminar, then have 10 to 15 people in attendance, convert half of those attendees into leads, and then sell a policy or 2 at each seminar. And the beautiful thing about this strategy is that it costs nothing. I did give away a gift card to raffle off and to get people to show up at a higher rate, and I did bring in some drinks and donuts. But beyond that, there was no cost acquisition, very commonly as it is with paid marketing. And it's also very scalable. If you find enough facilities to go into, you can scale this up faster, do more seminars, and make more sales. And while that was in final expense, the same strategy can be duplicated across different products. For example, you can do Medicare seminar. You can go to events where people want speakers, like BNI or Kiwanis. Look for opportunities where you can go talk about the educational part of your product. Again, the goal is not to sell or pitch people, it's to educate them. And the real secret is education sells way better than a straightforward sales pitch. Number 3, friends and family. Now look, friends and family prospecting absolutely works, but you must do it tactfully. What I don't recommend agents to do is to blow up their friends and family's numbers, DMs, and so on, and then wonder why nobody ever wants to talk to you again. The truth is that your friends and family is a great source of prospects if it's done the right way. The way I recommend agents to do it is like this. Simply DM or text your friends and family. Let them know that you're selling insurance, and be a little more specific about your niche as you describe it. Then ask them, can I spend 5 minutes to show you how it works? And make sure you emphasize there's no obligation. If you don't like what I have to show you, then there's no problem whatsoever. If you do it in a transparent, direct way, you'll be able to sit down with a lot of your friends and family without having them fear that you're going to come after their checkbooks and that they're going to have to start ghosting you at events and other social functions. 4th on the list is cold calling, and this is where you're calling in person to residences, businesses, or calling people over the phone. And while this is an old-fashioned way to prospect, the truth is that dependent on the type of product you sell, it works wonders. For example, I would cold call if I was selling something like health insurance, but I wouldn't do it to residences. Instead, I would approach small businesses. You see, a lot of small businesses don't have health insurance programs. They would love to do it, but they cannot afford it. And there are new programs out there that offer small businesses the ability to have health insurance plans, but without the high expense that most of these small businesses have seen in the past. And I know it sounds crazy, but this product is so good that simply walking and talking is just enough to get in front of enough people to get presentations and then to sell policies. Number 5 is event booths. So I had an agent the other day who I was doing an interview with. This is with David. He sells final expense. You may want to look for it if it's published by now. So what he did was so cool that I wanted to share it with you because it works wonders in getting a lot of leads without a lot of expense. So here's what David did. He went to a county fair. He set up a booth. And while he had his materials out about life insurance, he was also giving away to people who put their names in a fishbowl a $350 grill. And what had happened over the course of several days at this county fair is he accumulated over 100 leads. And as of the filming of this video, he sold more than $10,000 in commission from just a simple investment of $350. Now look, county fairs typically are in fall. They're not all year long, but you could take the same strategy to a flea market. You could take the same strategy to a swap meet. Think of different events where you can come and hold a booth and use that as an opportunity to get prospects. What I prefer you to do is not man the booth and yell people down and try to get them over to you. Give a high ticket product away. Let them sign up to try to win. And on that piece of paper they sign up, let that be your lead form. Collect their personal information. Collect their information about their health. Collect their information about the product you want to sell. And now you've got a qualified lead you can go back and call on that will be very good quality at a very affordable price. So those are the 5 ways to prospect for insurance business. If you like this content, I've actually got great courses on not just lead generation, but also different product strategies that we teach for absolutely no cost to you. If you go to davidduford.com, click the free courses button at the top, and then follow the directions to enroll. We've got huge courses on selling final expense, selling Medicare, selling health insurance, selling annuities, and a lot more. There's no obligation to you. There's nothing to buy. And if you're looking for quality training, even if you're not a new agent, this is a great place to start to learn how the business works and to familiarize yourself with which type of niche and product would work best for you. So go to davidduford.com, click free resources to learn more, and thank you for watching.